So in yesterday's video, I talked all about Reaper Say, the Halloween limited style that's going to bring Say back in a completely new form. And I said at the end of that video that I wasn't going to stop there. Because Halloween isn't just about Reaper Say. There's another style coming too, and it deserves just as much attention. Today, we're talking about Demon Shidou. But before we go deeper, I just wanted to remind you that if you haven't liked this video, please do. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel because soon I will hit the big number for my channel. Exactly 30,000 subscribers. And with your help, I know I can do it. Okay, back to the topic. Now, if you missed the last video and you didn't hear me say this already, let me clear up the confusion again. Demon Shidou is not just a reskin. He's not McNagi 2.0. This is not a situation where they take the exact same moveset and just add spooky VFX and call it a day. No, Demon Shidou is going to be a completely new style with his own unique moves. Yes, it's still Shidou, but the kit will be entirely different from the Mythic Shidou, you know. And just like Reaper Say, this is going to be a limited Halloween style. Once the event is over, you won't be able to get him again. Which means if you want Demon Shidou, you better start saving your spins now. Because when he's gone, he's gone. The timing? Probably in about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. Realistically, that's 1 or 2 updates from now. We've got the Don Lorenzo rework on October 4th, and then after that, all signs point to the Halloween event starting. That's when Demon Shidou and Reaper Say drop. So yeah, not long to wait. Alright, let's break this down. Let's talk about why Demon Shidou is so exciting, especially compared to the base Mythic Shidou that we already have. Because if we're being honest here, the current Mythic Shidou is weak. I know that sounds harsh, but let's be real. For a Mythic style, he just doesn't live up to the rarity. His shot, both of his shots in the base moveset are supposed to be his signature. But both shots are weaker than the direct shot from common rarity Asagi. Think about that. You grind or spend to get a Mythic, and it feels worse than a free-to-play common. That's not okay. And it doesn't stop there. His dash? Yeah, it's useful sometimes, but compared to dashes from other styles like Ryo or Baru, it falls short. The distance is smaller, the cooldown is longer, and you only get one use. It's just not competitive. Add to that the fact that his kit is tiny, only 3 base moves and 1 awakening move, and you see the problem. Mythic Shidou feels unfinished. He feels bare bones. Like a style that was rushed out before the devs figured out how to make him really shine. That's why Demon Shidou is such a big deal. Because this Halloween limited version isn't just Mythic Shidou with a spooky filter. This is a chance to make Shidou into the monster he was always supposed to be. And thanks to Melted's polls, we already know some of the details. In one of the recent polls, yes, I'm repeating it for those who didn't watch my previous video, Melted asked, how many moves should Reaper Say plus Demon Shidou have in base? And while the option for 5 to 6 moves technically won, he clarified that 5 to 6 would be overpowered. Still, the takeaway is clear. Demon Shidou will not be stuck with 3 moves like his Mythic version. He's going to have at least 4, maybe even 5 base moves. That's basically a full rework right there. But no, it's a whole new style, not a rework. It's also limited. Now let's talk about Awakening, because this is where Demon Shidou could become insane. Melted himself dropped the biggest hint yet when he said, I have a really cool idea for Demon Shidou if we do it, still super unconfirmed. But it's a defensive move, it's an Awakening. Are we fine with giving a striker a defensive move, only an Awakening? And the community said yes. That's right. For the first time, a pure striker is going to get a defensive move. Think about how wild that is. Shidou, the ultimate chaos player, the guy who thrives on violence and unpredictability, getting a defensive awakening move. It fits his character perfectly. If you've read the manga or watched the anime, you know Shidou is, he is explosive, reckless, an actual psycho on the field. He fouls, he collides, he doesn't care about playing clean. So giving him a defensive awakening that channels that energy? Perfect. I imagine it'll look like him body-checking an opponent, stealing the ball with sheer brute force, and then immediately transitioning into an attack. That's Demon Shidou in a nutshell. Aggressive, relentless, unstoppable. And that's not all. Let's speculate a little, because Shidou's manga feats are way more interesting than what his current style shows. For one, he has the back heel shot, one of his most iconic moments. Why not make that part of Demon Shidou's kit? Maybe even as one of his awakening moves. Imagine the animation. Shidou fakes a shot, lets the ball slip past, and then flicks it backward with his heel straight into the net. That's the kind of style that would make him stand out instantly. Another thing to consider is his synergy with the demon/dragon theme. In another poll, Melted asked, if we did a Demon Shidou, would you want something like Big Bang Drive? And the winning answer was yes, but make it with the demon/dragon theme. That's exactly the kind of polish Mythic Shidou is missing. The old Big Bang Drive looked insane, but now, with better animators, with demon-themed Shidou, his awakening shot could actually feel cinematic. Imagine a dragon-themed volley with fiery or demonic energy wrapping around the ball, and Shidou roaring as he smashes it home. That's peak. That's what a limited style should feel like. So yeah, Demon Shidou is going to be everything Mythic Shidou wasn't. He's going to have 4 to 5 base moves instead of 3. He's going to have multiple awakening moves instead of 1. He's going to get a defensive awakening, which makes him unique among strikers, and he's going to have VFX and animations that finally match his personality. Now, will he be overpowered? Probably not. The devs have learned from their mistakes with Nel Nagi, Loki, and even the first version of reworked Aiku. They're not just going to give Shidou a kit that breaks the game, but balanced or not, Demon Shidou is going to feel more complete, more authentic, and more fun to play than his Mythic version. That's all we can ask for. The big question now is timing. Like I said before, this is almost certainly tied to the Halloween event. That means sometime mid-October, right around the holiday. And just like Reapers say, once Demon Shidou is gone, he's gone. So if you're a Shidou fan, this is your chance. Don't miss it. One last thing before I wrap up. I want to compare this to the current state of Shidou again, because people keep underestimating just how weak Mythic Shidou really is. His dash, while flashy, doesn't hold up against Ryo or Baru. I'm not even going to talk about current NEL Isagi, NEL Nagi, and more. His shot is weaker than a common Isagi. His awakening has only one move. For a mythic rarity, he feels like a rare. Demon Shidou fixes all of that. He adds depth, he adds power, he adds personality, and that's why I'm more hyped for him than almost any other style right now. So yeah, that's Demon Shidou. That's a Halloween limited style with at least 4 to 5 moves, unique awakening mechanics, a defensive awakening steal, possibly a back heel shot, and a Big Bang Drive, reimagined with a demon/dragon theme. He's not just a reskin, he's a full new style, and he's coming in less than 2 weeks. What do you think? Are you more excited for Reaper Say or for Demon Shidou? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I want to see which side the community is leaning toward. Personally, I think both are going to be peak, but Demon Shidou might actually be the bigger winner here, just because his Mythic version was so underwhelming. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to leave a like. It helps the channel grow, it motivates me to keep making daily videos, and it means the world to me.